Okay. So I just recorded this whole video without realizing I was not in front of that. Just ignore it, please. I tried my best. This feels so 2016, but I don't have a choice. Hi friends, my name's Frederic. A lot has happened in my life and I need to update you all. When I moved, if you can't tell, this is not my usual setup. I recently moved to Los Angeles and I'll answer your questions later. Ruby and Sushi are here right now. Let me go bring them. God, y'all are getting so big. This one's Sushi. He's lighter colored. And this one's Ruby. She looks like an Avatar character to me. You want lip gloss, baby? You want lip gloss? She didn't want lip gloss. This one's the nice one. He lets me hold him for a while. Yes. Lip gloss, baby? No. There's a lot of new people here, so I figured why not do a Q&A? And also, moving has been a lot this week. I have not had many hours of sleep, if you can't tell. I literally only had 2 suitcases to bring with me. All my furniture is still on its way. All of my kitchen supplies, my rice cooker is in a box. To my Asian friends, you understand how important that is to our livelihood. So I figured a Q&A is the least stressful, and also y'all need to know more about my life because I haven't shared it in a while. I went on Instagram, which none of you follow me on, and I'm still personally offended by that. And I want to answer some of your questions. And I said be as upfront as you'd like. AKA, this is a brutally honest Q&A, which like, I hate the phrase brutally honest. It's just, I'm just gonna be candid, and I already know y'all are fucking nosy. Let me go ahead and get my glasses. I wonder which ones I should choose. I'm sure I've talked about this enough. I don't wear real glasses, y'all. Well, they're kind of real. They're blue light, and I will defend that those are valid. I need them or I get headaches from my phone. But today we are partnering with Warby Parker, which is the glasses brand I've worn for years. Warby Parker offers everything you need for happier eyes. They have eyeglasses, sunglasses, contact lenses. They also do eye exams, and you can shop online or in store. All of the glasses start off at $95, and you can do prescription or blue light. But this is an at-home try-on kit, so basically you can just take a quiz online and you can order 5 pairs to your home and try them on for free, and then you return them. I literally put this in my suitcase, of all things. All the glasses come in this bag. Don't open it like I did, please. Don't be dumb. You open it like this and you can reseal it. These are the blue version of these ones. If there's one thing to pay attention to, listen to this part. You don't have to pay for the kit. It's free shipping. They come with a return label. You don't have to buy anything. You can literally just try it on to see if you want some, because glasses are cute and you can be hot in glasses, and I want to help people believe that they can be attractive in glasses too. This is not appropriation, this is appreciation. So if you want to try an at-home kit for yourself, you can go to this link, warbyparker.com/Frederic, and you can get 5 pairs of glasses for free to your home. And I also promised myself I would answer every question. Unless it's literally stupid, I will answer it, no matter how graphic it becomes. Okay, I'm gonna say no. I don't really like the idea of having my body objectified that much. I do like my body. Also, it's a lot of work to do that, and like, I can't be bothered. I respect the people who can. I know I can't. I do it for my cats though. Like, if I can get away with posting my cats and just videos of them, it'd be in only cats then. Also, like, 50% of my audience are lesbians, and I just don't see how my demographic would care. I know some of y'all are sick and twisted, but like, I just don't think it would be worth my time as of now. So no. Did all of your cats move with you? So no. I only brought 2 of my 4. If you don't know, I have 4 cats. Yes, it's a zoo. Remy and Muse are currently with my parents. They've had cats stay over before. They literally grew up with my sister's cat. And I'm gonna pick them up maybe end of this month or next month, so we'll get them soon. They're having the time of their life though. What's your favorite makeup product? Okay, full transparency, I have been sponsored by them, but it is these eye paints because I just use them for all different types of things, like painting on my face. It's between that and these $5 powder puffs. I just use everything with them. If you're moving to LA, why am I still going through puberty? If you're moving to LA, can we hang out or at least take a pic together? Yes. If y'all see me in public here, which one will be rare, I don't leave my home. I will be gaming all day once my stuff comes, FYI. But yes, you can absolutely say hi. I don't know why people think I'm intimidating. I'm 5'4". Before shoes. Most of y'all are probably taller or my height, so I think you'll be good there. And I know I am bitchy to other people online, but like, never y'all, only the ones that test me. And I love taking photos with y'all, so please say hi, because you'll regret not saying hi. Do you feel safe wearing dresses and makeup in the US? I would say it depends on the state. Like here, absolutely. Wyoming, one, I would never be in Wyoming voluntarily, but no. It literally depends on the area you are in though, because like there's always gonna be liberal and more conservative areas within each country. At least I'm allowed to wear a dress and not be arrested.
Don't joke about that.
How'd you gain the courage to go out dressing girly?
Your son looks like a girl!
Thank you for doing quotation marks because like, once again, I don't believe in masculine, feminine stereotypes. Both of those are subjective to you. But the way I go out femininely, which is a little bit of this, it just comes with confidence. Like, that's not something I can teach people. No one can teach confidence, because if we could, we would all learn by now. It's not a class you can take, it just is personal to you. Like, whatever is stopping you from being confident, you have to learn how to deal with that yourself. And once you get over that, nothing stops you. So like for me, it's being online all the time. I've gotten the worst of the worst comments, so like nothing phases me anymore. Also, I will care more about wearing a dress than like other people's opinions about me wearing a dress. That's where my priorities are. I would say change how you view your aesthetic, because most people, in my opinion, look to, well, what do other people think of this? Like, we go to TikTok to find the aesthetic, or we go to Pinterest to find a blank core, but that's not your aesthetic. Looking up cottagecore and then buying whatever they tell you does not mean you have fashion sense. Play around. Like, stop trying to feel like you have to be in a box, because everyone puts you in a box anyways. Any chance you'll make your own makeup brand or line? I would make a kombucha brand before a makeup brand, and it would be called Frederic Ferments, and I've already had this dream of going to a farmer's market and selling sourdough bread, kombucha, and yogurt, and kimchi, because those are the only things I can ferment, and I would live my farmer Frederic life. But if I were to make a makeup line, it would be a refillable lip gloss that is glass, because I think glass is really nice. And it would have little charms inside of it, like sunflowers. And roses for a Valentine's Day launch. How is it like moving to LA, the hellhole? Honestly, I'm having a great time here. The weather's between like 60 and 70 degrees right now. In New York, it was 90 when I left, and humid. And I'll get into this in its own video about why I moved. A lot of people ask content creators why we always come here. It is because the weather is nicer compared to like most other areas. This is more convenient for like our type of industry. Granted, I work in my home. I don't need to go out to do my job, and I'm not gonna join a content creator house like that. And my friends are my friends before they are content creators. So that is excluded from me. I mainly moved here though because I'm really tired of humidity. I've grown on the East Coast my entire life, and I am so sick and tired of going out and sweating. I just want some dryness for once. My hair frizzing up, no. I also really miss the water. If you know me, I grew up in Charleston and I really like the beach. If you couldn't tell, I'm a Cancer. And us water signs really want to go. I don't want to be the zodiac person, but like I do embody everything of a Cancer. So I do miss the beach a lot. And another thing, the apartment I'm in now is $400 cheaper, has central AC and an elevator in the building, and there's a big kitchen. It's a no-brainer for me. As much as I love New York City, I cannot romanticize that life anymore. And I totally understand why people pay so much for the city. It's because you want to live that life. You enjoy the connections and everything that comes with it. I don't leave my home. Right? I kind of miss screaming Taylor Swift songs in the car. I can't do that on a subway or I'll be stared at. Or I get a tomato in my face. The average rent in Manhattan is $4,000 a month, y'all. So like, it's a little much for me. If I'm not gonna take advantage of the clubs, because I don't club, going to bars, I don't go out. I would never diss New York City though, because that's home. And I know New York has better people than here. But that being said, I don't plan on making many friends here. My friends are online, and that's all I want. Because, say with me, I'm not gonna go out. I got 4 cats, y'all. I'm a stay-at-home mother. How's the stalker situation? They haven't really like done much. It's kind of been boring. I know I should never downplay that, but like, it's just, I kind of wish something would happen, you know? It kind of just went silent. I need some like spice in my life. Why is your favorite color that shade of yellow? Okay, so specifically it is hashtag FDD700. That's the hex code. And it's just because this is gonna sound so Wattpad and sappy, and y'all can dislike just because of this. When I used to work at Wegmans, a grocery store, I one day just walked outside and noticed a pot of sunflowers, and I just thought, that's really pretty. And for once I was like feeling the emotions of happiness again. And since then, it's just been that color to like make me feel something. Granted, I do love green and most shades of it. Piss green can go fuck off. Neon green can actually go die, unless it's on dark skinned people. I can't explain it. It's just a visceral feeling I get of joy. Do you ever feel like you're lying to people when the label for your sexuality / gender changes? No! End of story. That's never something that you can say someone's lying about. That has nothing to do with other people. To bring up like a past event when Nikki Tutorials was accused of lying about her identity, no, like not about that. Not one person owes you their identity or gender or sexuality, because that's their business. Do you need to know their gender to be attracted to them? No. If you're attracted to them, you're attracted to them. That's why I believe we should just get rid of the sexualities, because if you're attracted to someone, you are. That's it. Who gives a fuck about gender? Be honest, does it annoy you when people DM you a lot? No. Unless you say hi, I won't get annoyed, because if you say hi, I will not say hi back, because there's no point in that. In the sense that I know I cannot keep this conversation going. Like, I've had many hi, hello, how are you? And I'm like, I didn't see the how are you. It went down the request. So please just ask me a question or like give me something so that I can answer something meaningful. How are the cats doing? They're great. They really handled the move well. I was very impressed with them. I know Remy and Miso are gonna be worse, specifically Miso, because she's just anxious about everything in life. When I touch her when she's sleeping, she screams. Remy will be fine. He's like a dog at this point, but I gave them some CBD oil. They were really chill on the plane. I was just very appreciative. Fed them extra well when they got home. They didn't even pee immediately. They literally just went around and sniffed. So they were fine. They didn't even get scared in the apartment. They're sitting next to me right now. I'm sleeping. Top or bottom? Okay. Bottom, for those who care. I am socially inept, have bad anxiety, and I'm in college. How do you make friends? I'm gonna give some big sibling energy because I know you need it. I know all of you need this instead of a, oh, don't worry, you're fine type of answer. You will not be able to get by in college if you don't communicate with some people. So do yourself a favor, get the imposter syndrome and the I am embarrassing to everything around me energy out of your mind for a second, because remember that everyone is feeling that because all of you are new to that college. So most of you want to make friends, you just don't know how. So be that person who will start the conversation, because those people are always appreciated more. And you can literally be honest. Say like, hey, I'm new to the college. I don't really have many friends. Do you want to talk? Do you want to connect? What are they gonna do to you? If they say no, you will not physically die. I once went up to someone, granted I was slightly on the intoxication side, and said, you're very attractive, I'd like to have your number. And my friend was behind me and dragged me there. Nothing will be worse than that. Do you have a favorite kind of style or dresses / shirts? Ruffles of all kinds. I love a good pattern. I love a good stripe. I love primary colors, embroidered things. Thank you to everyone who's saying I'm attractive. Maybe people do want an OnlyFans. Do you have any makeup tips for BIPOC or in general? Yes, it's called watch my tutorials, because I always give tips. Best advice to get started with makeup as a boy. Get rid of the last 3 words because it does not matter. Once you get that out of your mind, makeup will be easier to you. Side note, just so you know, this is a Monstera leaf and that's a paper clip? Or is it a... No, it's not. I'm so dumb. That's a safety pin. Also, I have no rings because I left them at my friend's home, so they're shipping. I don't feel like myself anymore. Why'd you start content creation, and who or what is your biggest inspo? Jenna Marbles and Michelle Phan, minus the cult part. I've always said it, Jenna Marbles will always be the only reason I started YouTube, because she is what I believe defines a content creator and a true YouTuber. Miss her every day, but I'm very happy for her. And she raised me, and I have to thank her forever for that. Why did I start though? Was because I was moving from South Carolina to New Jersey between freshman and sophomore year of high school. And that was during the summer. I had nothing to do. I was very mad at my parents. I just came out to them. They did not receive it well. If you care about that story, you can go way back. I've talked about it enough. But basically, I was just really bored and I've always wanted to make a video. So I just took out my camera and started. The first video sounded like this.
Hey guys, my name is Frederic Chen, and for my first video, I thought I should tell you guys some things about me.
Yeah, 7 years ago. And I just kept going with it. It's the thing that brings me happiness. I love short form videos still, which if you can't tell, that's what I've been doing on TikTok, Instagram, here, YouTube Shorts. But at my core, like, while I do love creating art and I believe makeup is artistic and like fashion is artistic, I still like creating things with my hands. So I just ordered a bunch of wooden cubes and a lot of paint supplies. So something's gonna be coming next week once I have everything settled in. I just miss painting a lot. And I plan on being consistent with long form again, like doing 1 video a week. Why LA? Are you scared of people being fake / using you for clout? Well, that happens anywhere because New York is just the same now. During COVID, a lot of people moved from LA to New York. So like the influencer industry in New York changed for the worse. Suddenly everyone was a bitch because TikTok also became a thing, and then those people got invited to events, which like, no, I am not sorry, y'all are very mean. But once again, I care more about like my environment than this side of the industry. I'm not gonna go to that many makeup events unless there's free food and a free Uber code. I'm not driving because I don't have a car either. Speaking of which, I need a car. So if y'all have recommendations right now, I'm between a Honda Civic and my dad wants me to get a Toyota hybrid thing. And listen, I just need a car that works, okay? I had a 2001 Mazda growing up, so that's my baseline. Something above that, that's at least a hybrid, is enough for me. I don't need a fancy car. I've done this enough to know like when someone is gonna use me for clout, which I don't let happen. My friend group is this big and there are this many creators. I'm not scared of them being fake because I know they will be fake already. I go to events knowing that the connections I make will probably only be that one time and only during events. I think I have 3 friends that I've made through events where we actually hang out and like do stuff outside of it. How to do eyeliner? Know your eye shape. If you don't have a monolid, don't bother watching my tutorials. Find someone else. How do you understand yourself with your sexuality and other stuff? Oh, that's bold of you to think I already do. I don't think anyone fully understands themselves ever, but the most you can do is not care about it as much. Everyone wants to have the feeling of community and acceptance, but at some point you just start to like not care because once you try for so long and don't achieve it, what's the definition of insanity? When you keep doing something and get the same result. So if you keep trying to figure yourself out and you're still not figuring yourself out, maybe the answer is don't try, because that gives you a lot more freedom to like play around with your gender, your expression, and you get this mess after that. Don't worry about it so much. No one fully knows. And if they do say they fully know, they're lying to you. In the same way, I believe anyone with a clean home is hiding something to me, because why is it so clean? Everyone needs a little mess in their life. What kind of underwear do you wear? Okay, well, most of the time it's boxers if I'm wearing a skirt because they are hella comfortable. But if I'm wearing jeans, they're like the thinnest so that you don't see the line. And also sometimes they're like compression underwear so that it hides the thing in the front because it's in the way sometimes. Favorite movies/shows you're looking for recommendations. Shows, Good Place, always. Black Mirror, always. Schitt's Creek, always. Recently, Ugly Betty. I wish I knew who that was growing up. Did not, my bad. Yellow Jackets is a great thriller. Movies, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Joyride, so funny, came out of nowhere. I like horror movies a lot too, so Smile, Annabelle, Conjuring. Sinister 1 and 2 if you are a really big freak. Are you ever gonna talk about the breakup more publicly than you have? Obviously I don't, just because I never had my relationship that public. I never showed him physically on camera unless I blurred his face. And I also want to respect his privacy. I don't want to do like a we broke up video because like you don't know him and he wanted his privacy too. But I will say, don't look him up, leave him alone. Don't demonize him or like do the thing where everyone suddenly hates Joe Alwyn because Taylor Swift and him broke up just because more people like Taylor Swift. That's not something you should do. You don't know what happened to our relationship. I'm the one who messed up. And by messed up, I mean like I messed up a lot. And that's for me to learn and never make those mistakes again. But yeah, I mean like breakups happen. It's not a big deal to y'all because like I've never talked about it and I never will talk about my relationships like that. Personally, unless they are content created themselves, I would never be public about that so much. And also for me to date a content creator, that takes a lot because like I would not want to date myself. Would you ever become friends with your supporters/fans? I already have. Granted, it was easier when I was smaller because like I just would respond to everyone in my DMs and comments. If you look back at my really old videos, I have responded to every person who would comment. Granted, there were like 20 comments. I wouldn't be opposed to it if it was in person, but no, I don't see myself becoming more friends with people specifically through DMs, so don't try it. By saying this, more people will DM me, and I know that'll be impossible to keep up with. You can only make so many friends online, and I have a lot of good friends online already. I don't feel the need to have more. I will say though, when I stream on Twitch, and I will be streaming more on Twitch because I miss playing games, it's way easier to make friends with y'all there. Let's keep up that parasocial relationship just because I can talk to y'all in real time. Do you feel worthy of love, meaning from a partner? Sure. Maybe not now. I don't want to. Why is Yoyoke your favorite Taylor Swift song? So Yoyoke is You're on Your Own, Kid, for those who don't know the acronym, and it's my favorite just because it fills a void I did not know I had. Emotionally, spiritually, it just does something to my body, and I live and breathe every lyric of that fucking song. Granted, all sad songs I feel like are my favorite. How's life at the moment? Honestly, pretty good. I really wish I had my camera. Other than that, I've just been insecure about my face. I've been breaking out more. I'm just over hormonal acne. It's enough, and I'm really tired of like beating myself up every day about it because that stress only creates more. It's nothing to be ashamed of. I wish more people talked about it online, but like it's hard to do this as your job when like all you want to do is cover it up before a video, and it's way worse when you like look back at your old videos and see like, oh, my skin was so much better in high school. So I hope it gets better. It got worse only because like stress and lack of sleep, which I couldn't help. I was moving. And that's just what happens. Things will have a cycle like that. Does the hate ever get to you? Not online hate. I would say if I did something wrong to my community, that would get to me a lot. It has gone to me in the past, like when I know I was in the wrong. But not like a random hate comment. No, I just use it for videos. The hate I have for myself gets to me instead. And that builds up more in my mind. Maybe subconsciously hate comments build up, but like it doesn't affect how I live my day. I hear my voice way more than them. How can you tell that you're gay and not omni/poly? Well, I can't answer that for you. That's for you to figure out. If you can see yourself being attracted to someone who doesn't define as a male, then technically, by definition, you are not gay. It doesn't really matter though. If you feel like you vibe with the term gay more, than just go with it. Like who? It doesn't matter. Stop thinking that you have to know. How long have you had your cats? I've had Remy and Miso for 2 years, and I've had Ruby and Sushi for 8 months. They are now 1 year old. The other 2 are 2 years old. Why did you leave Kiana behind? I live for the top and bottom podcast. Okay, one, we're still friends. We literally hung out the day before I left. And this is why I say, don't assume just because I don't do something online or I haven't shown them that there was a falling out. In full honesty, it is not easy to do a podcast when you're not in a mentally good state. And I have not been in a really good state for a while. That's why I wasn't doing long form, because short form just came easier. Also, like, doing it in person was difficult because, like, when your ex is living with you, you want to time things well and you just can't. And also my room was always a mess. So like, it wasn't a good state and at all. I do plan on bringing it back though, now that I'm better, but it would just be online. So that's another thing I have to figure out. And there's another podcast coming on the way with another one of my friends. What's one clothing item you couldn't live without? Jewelry. And these. What has been the most impactful moment from this year? Any regrets? Probably living alone for the first time. I've always had roommates or I just live with my family, so this is the first time I'm on my own. I love it. Like, I knew I would be more independent because that's the way my sister and I are. It's also something everyone should do at one point, and like I never got to because I went straight from living with roommates to living with my partner, which was good. It just became too much though. Like, I know I'm not the best person to live with because this is a lot to deal with. And when I say this, I mean like my job and me as a person. The regrets? Messing up my relationship, not finding a subletter soon enough. What's your opinion on smoking and vaping? I have recently succumbed to them, sadly. I personally don't. I never liked it. I know why it happens to people. Like, when you are in, let's just say, a not good state of mind, things can happen and you can become desperate.
I'm desperate.
That's just your way to cope. I can't judge you for that. But if you're someone who like thinks you're exempt from the symptoms, or that it's cool to smoke or vape, or when you respond to a TikTok that's like talking about how vaping is bad and you're like, I don't care, I'm addicted, that's when I judge you harshly. That should be one of the last things you resort to cope with, because 1, it's expensive, 2, it's addictive, and 3, it's bad for you.
Did I lie? Did I lie? Did I fucking lie?
I'd rather y'all be healthy and like not die from cancer. Do you like banana nut bread? Hell no. That shit tastes so weird, y'all. I don't even like bananas when they become spotted and yellow. I like them when they're like this. Yeah. Come for me, I dare you. I just need some tang. I need some sour. I need some tart. Do you always wear makeup when going outside? No. Lately, yes, because I'm insecure about my face. When I was moving, hell no, I had sunscreen on. Wear your sunscreen. Are you ever afraid of what people think of you when you have your makeup on? I'd say the only thing is like, I would be afraid that they're not afraid, but I'm just paranoid that like when I'm at the events, people are looking at my face and saying it looks so bad because they have acne. Not the extravagant looks though, that I love. I want you to see the work I put in for this look. What is your MBTI? I am a ENFP-T. What type of art is your favorite medium? What are you most excited about creating? Favorite medium, acrylic, painting in general, or pixel art, but pixel art in both digital and physical. What are you most excited about creating? My videos again. What's your skincare routine / favorite products? I have it in my bio. This link, it always has every clothing I've worn, all the products I've worn, all the makeup, everything you need is on there. All my socials are on there too. What's the scar like? I technically have 2. This one came from me running into a chair when I first learned how to walk. Y'all can't see it, it's almost gone now, but it's like just a little line. This one is like a keloid scar, and I recently learned most people who are like not white can get these because their skin just reacts differently to injuries. My tattoo here is a little bit raised, and that's like the same type of effect it has here. It doesn't hurt though, and y'all should stop caring about the scar because I don't care about the scar. Which cat gets in the most trouble? Remy. Would you adopt a 5th cat? Yes. I have to resist every day not doing it, y'all. I've always said I wanted an orange cat named Pickle, and I also want a cat named Soup. So that's hard when you already have 4. And I also don't want to break my chain of gray cats because I feel like that's my aesthetic now. So I don't know how I'm gonna get an orange cat and name it Pickle. At what age do you think kids should be given sex ed or talks about the opposite sex experiences? As soon as possible, because it does not have to be sexual. I don't know why people always, not you, but like Other people always assume it has to talk about genitalia, like you don't have coloring books about mommy and daddy had a baby. It's not hard to introduce the idea of other types of sexualities and not make it sexual. People just assume it's inherently sexual because they assume we sexualize everything. Where do you get all the inspiration for your makeup looks? Right now it's like my clothing. I just match it to my makeup. Shows, video games, just think about something you like and then put it on your face. The best and worst food you've ever tasted. Durian is the worst. Eggplant is the worst. Squishy vegetable things are the worst. Soup dumplings are best. Poke is best. And number 1 is pho. Vietnamese people have it down. Where do you find feminine shoes in larger sizes? Koi footwear. If you want to splurge, John Fluvog is a great designer. And Depop and ThredUp for thrifting. And for more vintage styles. Matcha boba or taro milk? Matcha tastes like fucking grass to me. So no. Taro milk all day. What are you going to miss about New York? My friends. I don't miss the subway at all. I don't miss the weather at all. I will miss fall in New York. That's like its own special experience, but like I can get that anytime I want by flying there. My all-time favorite makeup brand. Ooh, y'all wanna play? Maybe this is biased because I did a campaign with them, but like NYX Cosmetics. About Face just for the ability to be creative. Half Magic too because creativity. Euphoria's makeup artist brand, by the way. Hate Euphoria, love the makeup. And Yestel because they have cheap, affordable K-beauty and Korean skincare. Stop buying your skincare on Amazon, y'all, please. I know it ships in 2 days if you have Prime, but like the stuff you buy is half off on YesStyle because it's coming from Korea. So just do that and use a code if you want to use my codes. You don't have to if you don't care about me. So many people asking me how to get into makeup. You just gotta do it, okay? I don't care if you suck. You don't even need a brush. Grab your fingers, start trying stuff. The point is you don't get better if you don't try. It's the same as a skill. You don't learn piano by not doing it. What was your major in college? I majored in integrated digital media, which is now integrated media and design at NYU. That's New York University. And it was not worth it, so I did 3 years and graduated because I wanted to get the fuck out of there. It's too expensive. My favorite dinosaur? Plesiosaurus. Favorite artist slash singer is Taylor Swift. You have a favorite Animal Crossing character? Coco. Does pineapple belong on pizza? Yes. Would you date a furry or a DL?
No!
I'd rather date a furry, but if you put on a fursuit, maybe not. I mean, technically the definition of furry is just like having an affinity for anthropomorphic animals. So if you thought this tiger from Zootopia was hot, you are by definition a furry, so stop it. In your experience, was it hard coming out to extended family members? I wouldn't know, they're in China. And I don't keep up with any of them. I don't even know how many cousins I have, y'all. I call everyone aunt and uncle, because that's just how you do it in Asia. I think I'm going in a few years though, so we'll see. I'll keep you updated. We'll see how China reacts to this.
Get out of my house!
What do you identify as slash your sexuality slash your pronouns? Any pronouns you want, and queer is my sexuality slash what I identify as. And I think everyone should be like that because it makes life easier. Do you think high school Frederic will be proud where you are now? Yeah. I don't think he ever thought it would become like this though. Honestly, I was just happy to get to the next day. High school was a lot, y'all. I don't know how y'all do it. What's your Hogwarts house? We don't care about JK Rowling in this home. Because she does not like trans people. Did you ever want to make a career out of creating clothing? I would love to create clothing. I would love to design my own clothing outside of just like my merch. And I might have some coming soon. Oh my god, this is so deep. Do you ever feel like you're capitalizing off your identity in an unfair way? Maybe in the sense of being queer does have its advantages in terms of this industry because brands want you as like the token one to sponsor. That doesn't happen all the time, mind you, but like it just is a thing. I wouldn't say it's unfair though because it's not like straight people had it worse at any point. Recommendations for having extremely conservative parents. I've made some videos a while ago about like how to debate your parents. In short, you have to get into their head and understand where they're coming from. I know that's hard when you're like an angsty teen because it was hard for me too, I get it, but you're not gonna get anywhere by yelling at each other. You have to be calm and collected still. And honestly, sometimes they just need time. Like my parents took a good 2-3 years to get their heads around it. But when you're a teenager, it obviously feels like the end of the world when they don't initially accept you, which is valid. You do have to be the bigger person, which is a lot for a teenager, but you do. How'd you find out your sexuality? Well, I went into the dumpster and I picked out the one that said queer. But in serious, like it's how most of us do. You find it online, you look up a definition and it just defines you. And I like queer the most because it's the most broad. And if you ask me what that means, please Google it, okay? I know COVID rotted your brains is not an excuse on my channel. I raised y'all better. What are 2 things that make you appreciate a person and what makes you hate a person? I appreciate someone who can take a good photo and has good food taste. I don't like people who don't like trying food. Can you be a gender fluid lesbian? I'm so confused in my sexuality, it's sad. You can't ask me that question. I'm not the Lorax of queers. What's it gonna do for me to say yes? Like, are you gonna suddenly feel valid? You have to ask yourself, does that label make you feel valid? You're never gonna get one answer back. Favorite hair color slash style? This is my favorite hair color and style right now. I think I'm peaking. I've gone through a lot. If you went on the journey with me, Thank you for tolerating me. How dare you not tell me that the man bun was a terrible decision though. What was your least favorite event that a brand has invited you to? I can't think of one that's like really up there. The thing is, most of them are kind of the same thing. You meet the same people, you do the same thing. It just gets bland at that point. So if they don't spice it up, then they become my least favorite. It's always, you meet the same influencers, you eat the same type of food. There's always drinks. I don't drink. No one eats food because everyone doesn't want to feel fat. All the food gets wasted and gets thrown away. So I either just like take the leftovers because I don't care. But this industry really does something to your mind. Do you have to have decent makeup to look presentable? What made you think that? Genuinely. Have I ever said anything like that? I don't want people to think you have to put on makeup to look good. Looking presentable has to deal with like everything. Don't go to an interview with a sweatshirt and sweatpants, please. Foot reveal. No, I'm on Feet Finder technically. My feet when I was like 16 or 17 is on there. Y'all are sick. I was a minor. My makeup takes 1 to 2 hours. This took an hour. When did I start doing makeup? I think technically 8th grade. 8th grade I meant putting on my sister's Maybelline Fit Me foundation that was not my shade in the bathroom. And then my dad called me a ghost when I walked down. Not that much right now. That's my friend, which is why I answered it. Okay, another one from him. An electric toothbrush.
You what?
Final question, how much French from high school do you remember? Hello, Julia. Nope. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bonjour, je m'appelle Frederic. Mon accent, c'est mal. Non, rien. Je saute le repas, je suis habitué. Un volant solitaire et triste à nous lire. That is all the questions. If I did not answer it, it was because it wasn't a question. I read everything, so I did see your comment. Thank you all for being patient with me through this new chapter. I'm excited to show you all what comes in the next few months. Let me know what you want to see in terms of future videos about this apartment. Obviously, there will be an apartment tour once there is an apartment to tour, because right now it's all empty. And as always, I love you all and everything is less than 3. Oh, look at it. Look at it.